Good morning, optimists. I hope everyone had an amazing July 4th. What up, Kevin? Good to see you. Hope everyone had an amazing Independence Day. And yeah, I hope you guys are feeling good. I hope you're feeling rested and rejuvenated and re inspired. So, in any case, not a lot on the economic reports today, but there is the FOMC minutes, and that could affect markets. So I haven't really taken a look at anything today. I was setting up a new evaluation account, taking advantage of that 70% off that they got running right now on Elite Trader Funding. So let's go ahead and take a look at the market today and see what is going down. That would be our Discord. Join in. All right. So market's kind of running, especially in this last, well, really since the open. Market's been pretty much running since the open on the ES. So this is our old account that we almost passed, but we only have like a $19 drawdown now on that one. And this is our brand new account that we haven't taken any trades in yet. So been kind of ripping on the 1 minute chart. Lower volume though. You see we had a lot of volume at the open. That's normal. The high candle volume is at like 5,700, which happened at 702, 716, and 645. But for the most part, volume is a little low, a little light. Let's see how oil's moving today. Oil working its way to the downside today, slightly up on the day though, up $1.50 actually. It's not good for your gas prices. This was a big candle here that just happened on oil at 737. Very large volume. Let's go to the 1 minute on oil. So you can see on oil, it's been kind of like it ripped on this. Where is this? It's been kind of ripping all morning and bouncing off the 200 moving average. And looks like it's been working reasonably well off Science Switch, although this one was a little preemptive. There's like a fair amount of short volume into oil. Kind of low volume on oil too. So a lot of things are looking kind of low volume today. The ES is almost at 4,500. That's insane, dude. That's kind of nuts. Like, to me, like that's extended like heavily, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's all-time highs. Tea is significantly grosser when you make it in the microwave. I have to wash my kettle. Let's take a look at this on like a 15-minute chart. Okay, so taking a look at the 15-minute chart, you can actually see that we're potentially inbound for another bull run on the ES. Market flipped at 6:30, formed this well, looks like an ascending flag on the 15-minute chart. And the 15-minute has the 200 moving average there at 44.87. We're running at 44.89 right now. So we may potentially see some pullback to the volume weighted average price area here, like right in at about 44.80, and then some consolidation there, and then a bounce from there. But it does look like we're headed into bullish territory. We've got our lows down here at 44.66. Kind of double bottom there too. Well, not particularly, but close. Five-minute looks like it's on cooldown. Also on approach for that bullish cross. Not seeing anything I really want to trade yet. Three-minute on cool on the TTM. This 3-minute just got that bullish cross. And a bounce on that slightly. Back to the 1 minute. All right, let's check in on some of the shorter time frames. ES is technically down today, even all the way up here at practically 4,500. Pretty tight range on candles too. Oh, like 2 ticks. Super tight range. Well, not a lot going on in the market today, other than this sort of rip up at the open and kind of hanging out here. What up, Tiny? On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life of love is making music with my friends, and I just can't wait to get on that road again. It doesn't look like it's moving much. I guess a short off that level would have been nice. Off the 44.90 zone. I might try to go short soon. It looks like we might get a downward cross. Maybe we get a pop up to like 88 or like 88.50 or something and try and go short off that. Unless this just pops up like heavily. You can see it's bouncing off the 200 right now and finding some buyer support. But this is looking potentially like a downward trend reversal inbound. Currently don't know what I want to do yet. Just waiting. But it is bouncing off the 200 moving average pretty well. Let's fall down to 87. Alright, if we get a little pop-up again, I think I'll short on the next pop-up. I think I already missed it. This would have actually been the short level here off 88.25. And I said 88.50, so that's pretty close, but there it goes. It's falling preemptively before the cross. So like I said, hopefully it bounces up some and then falls back down after that. Also, like I said, I think that we'll get a pullback to the volume weighted average price, which is here at 44.80. We just got a red candle on the TTM 1 minute chart. It fell all the way down to 85. Wow. I'm hoping for like one push up to like 86 and a quarter, or the 9 moving average is moving too much down. I kind of missed this whole grind down, even though I called it ahead of time and still missed it. So we've fallen from that 44.90 zone all the way down to 84. It's a $6 drop from that area. It's still continuing to decline. I was actually hoping for a pop-up like right in this zone here, but we just never got it. So hoping for a pop-up and then a drop down after that. So I guess we'll wait for the 1 minute side for red to yellow, because it doesn't look like it's going to go all the way back down to view out. Take a poke here. Try and get in like 86 and a quarter.
Order filled.
Or move up to 87. I'm only in for a single contract. Trading kind of small at the start. Tapped our sell, but didn't fill. Sells at 87. lot of resistance
Order
there at
filled.
87. First trade of the day, up 33 bucks as we approach the top of the hour. Looks like we're about to have like a little breakout here on the way. We'll try for a 3 and 4 if we get closer. I think I want to see a little bit of like a push up through this 50 moving average and then some consolidation right here. Although if it pushes up, it'll likely push up to the 200 moving average. There's at 87.75, so it's about 5 ticks above where we're at. Let's check this 20-second chart. 20-second looking like it's getting a cyan switch. So we'll see if we get this 9, 12, 26 crossover here. But there is the cyan switch on the 20-second chart. Try to buy 3 contracts here at 86.50. I'm gonna look to get out at 87.50. It might be preemptive. So in 3 at 86.50. I'm looking for this crossover to happen. So the cross is there on the current candle. And I'm not loving this trade. I'm gonna try to get out for a single tick. It's kind of getting kind of aggressive, potentially on the downside.
Order filled.
Got out with a single tick on that of $58. Did pull up to 87. We'll try again. $87.25 was the top of that. We'll try again when we get a little bit closer to this crossover. Let's check this 1 minute. 1 minute getting fresh yellow about 2 minutes ago. Zoom out a little bit. Throw in some support and resistance. We've got resistance here. There's that 89.50. And jump back to the 10-second chart. We tapped 87.25 there. Let's check this 20. There's 87.50-ish. So it looks like I could have held through. But because of the volatility here and here, I got a little sketched out on it. Okay. So we're ripping on past that. This is the breakout that I was expecting. See if I can get in one at 87.75. Now looks like it's just going to keep on going. Yeah, it is. Love to see it pull back to like 87.50. $88.25 was the size of the pullback. So we're up here near the resistance level now. 89.50 was the resistance. And we're tapping 89 and 1/4. Looking like we're about to get a cyan switch as well on the 1 minute. I should have just bought in right here. I'll put a standing order at 88 and see if we can get a pullback to 88 and then a pop off that. This kind of looks a little bit, well, that's a flag right there. So I think that this resistance here, I don't think it's going to last. Next resistance goes at 90 and 1/4. Which looks like we're about to hit. Feel like I'm missing a lot. 44.90 there at the top. 92.75 is the high of the day. Looks like we might just blast on through that. I'm trying to get like a better entry, but I think this is just one of those like buy it and hold on kind of situations back here. I clearly have FOMO at the moment, so I'm gonna take a breath. Bouncing off at 89.50. Oh, what up, Ollie? Good to see you. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick. Bouncing nicely off that zone. I just was trying to get a pullback, just any of these pullback entries, but it's slowly grinding up. Normally when this crossover happens, you see like a big rip up like this, and then a pullback down to the 200 moving average, and then a pop off that, and we just didn't get that this time. We pretty much just ran the 9 moving average the whole way. What do y'all think? Do you guys think that this is gonna break highs now? Or at some point soon? So double top right there. You can see it on the 5-minute chart. There's also a cup and handle on the 5. Nice pullback here. Is actually what I was hoping for back here. I would have much preferred it back here instead of up at the top. Market's moving a little bit weird for me, or maybe I'm just delayed on it. But a lot of the movements are happening like well before the cross happens. This is making it a little bit challenging to predict entry and exit for me. Mainly entry. Exit kind of takes care of itself. The slightly lower volume is not helping. 0.12. It's a little high in terms of the price. When this thing does come back down to earth, it will be a spectacular short cycle. Up down at 89.25. What's up, Antonio? New just clock in with the like number 3. Oh, nice. You got the third like. Hell yeah. I know what you're saying. I appreciate that. So we're up about 58 bucks. Small day. Basically just traded in this zone. Wish that we had grabbed sort of the momentum of this. Pull back to 89 and bounced. Light volume. It's popping up and tapping 90.25 again, which is a very clear resistance level. This whole area is resistance, but high of the day is up there 92.75, and I think that we're gonna make an attempt for it. $89 look like pretty good entry. Riding along this EMA 35 now. Again, resistance at 90.25. I'm looking for a TTM switch here. Slow moving market, man. Guess it makes sense. There's not that many people back at work or something. I don't know. One minute cool candle on the TTM on the current. I think we need another pullback to about the 50, like 87 area, maybe 88. But we need to pull back, I think, to this zone and consolidate again for an attempt for the top. It's oil up too. Oil's still on light volume, riding along the VWAP. Oil looking decent though. Check out the 20-second chart on oil. Where's that 200? Oh, on the VWAP. Well, we got resistance at 40. Oil looking like a potential move inbound here. You gotta watch out for the resistance at 40. But we got potential move up to 50 available on oil. 9's above 12 and above the 200 moving average. So I think we look pretty good. Maybe we can get a pullback to 71.35 and then a bounce off that. I don't want to buy into this zone though. I'll be buying into resistance. We can get a little bit above that. Missed it because it never pulled back again. Same thing. Moving averages are like very delayed today. It feels because probably because of the lower volume. It's 71.50 on oil. If we can get a pullback to like 42, 45 area. Ten-second chart's a little close on oil. I feel like I could be taking more trades today, but just going slow, I guess. What platform am I using? I'm using Trade of Eights. And yeah, that was a 20-second chart. So we have I typically keep a 10-second chart, a 20-second chart, and a 1-minute chart up. But I do check the longer time frames too every now and then, like the 3, the 5, and the 15. Check those pretty consistently. Okay, good. We're finally getting some pullback on oil. This broke out a little bit earlier than I expected it to, so and running into resistance there at the VWAP. Again, the reason why I didn't buy this one is I would have been purchasing into resistance, and then that's the same situation up here, be buying into resistance yet again. But there is a little bit more of a case for buying into this resistance. So oil is up here almost 60 now, 71.60. There's the pop.
Order filled.
Took a 3 contract long on oil at 61. And I'm trying to get out at 65. That's the attempt here. There's 64. Gonna take the profit.
Order filled.
Up 105 today. Just taking really like tiny little chips away at the market today. ES fell down to 88.25. Oil really looks like it's going to be the hot check for a little bit. ES looks like it's potentially going to work its way down to this support level here at 83 area. 85, 80, 83 in that range. Oil been on a straight rip, kind of forming an ascending wedge now at this point. Maybe if I pull back, it'll look a little different. Yeah, on the pullback, you can see this ABCD pattern. We have resistance on oil at 71.85 area. About to get a golden cross though on oil. Would love to see a pullback, especially to about 71.50s, like 71.52 where the 9 moving average is, or even down to the 200 moving average at 71.50 itself. But I would love to see that. I think that would make oil look significantly stronger. Should see a little bit of sell-off. I've been trading for 3 years now. Well, no, going on 4. I started in 2019 was when I actively started trading. I did trade crypto back in like 2013 through like 2017, and then I just didn't trade for a couple of years. I started out trading stocks in 2019, and then I got into futures about a year and a half ago. Started off by trading paper for like several months, and now I'm trading in a prop firm. So yeah, so I've traded crypto, stocks, and futures. I've never traded forex, and I've never traded options either. But I have traded crypto, stocks, and futures. Crypto pretty extensively for a lot of years. Used to mine crypto, all sorts of stuff involving crypto way back in the day. So the problem is with oil that we see here is that we have only green candles. Aside from these 2 dojis, we have only green. And with that much ascension, there's got to be a sell-off. There has to be a pullback at some point Because if it just continues this way, it's looking super extended. The sell-off is useful to help us sort of determine momentum. Yes, popping back up. Still running into resistance at that 90 area. ES looking like a potential downturn inbound. Might look at going short here, unless we bounce off the 50 moving average like we've been doing all day. But it's looking kind of weaker.
Order filled.
I'm in short, but late. I'm in short at 87.50. You're looking to go down to 86.75 on 3 contracts. I was late to the party though. Kind of running late today. I was late to the trade, like late to the market, late to everything today.
Order filled.
All right, we got that trade, that short, and up 205 on the day. Not a bad start to this eval. So for the ES, for long, I've been looking for red yellow. I think we're going to continue to sell off for a little bit, which is good. It's a good thing. I think we potentially could pull back down to like 44.85 area. This support level that we put in here. If we pull back here and then bounce, then we'll be set up for another set of moves and potentially another setup looking like this. Although at that point, we'd be looking at like a upside down ABCD pattern. It's a bearish pattern. Should likely pull us down towards the VWAP. What did oil do? Yeah, oil ripping still. So oil finally got a red candle or two, which is good. Also, oil looking like it's about to put in a bull cross up here, the golden cross. That's the 5,200 moving average. We have a whole training video on how to use that to your advantage to go long and short. Big rip on oil there, bouncing off the 9 moving average. 71.65 was the pullback. Pretty good pullback there, actually. Sort of missed it. I am definitely running late today. Like, I'm not firing on all cylinders. My current strategy on futures. So we got a whole video talking about our current strategy, but I do not mind explaining it all. I'm just starting with futures, strictly the MNQ. I traded the NQ for a long time myself. That was actually where I started for now. What got in the futures? A few things, mainly the tax. Yeah, tax is much better on futures. You are absolutely correct. And easier to manage versus stocks. Here's what I love about futures. What I love about futures is I don't have to do a school project every single day that I sit down. I just sit down and I trade the same instruments. Like I trade the ES and oil mainly, and occasionally the NQ. And what I love about that, why I say a school project, is when I was trading stocks, I had to like read all the news for the day. I had to like look at like what's the float, what's like the short ratio, like what is what's overvalued, what's undervalued. And you're doing all of this every single day, time after like day after day, day in and day out. It just felt like I was doing a school project every single morning for like 20 stocks. And it often would be that the ones that were moving in the pre were not the ones that were moving during the day. And so it was just like constantly trying to figure out which ones to trade today. And so it really wasn't nearly as chill as futures. Futures is way more chill, in my opinion. We're coming up here to that resistance level that we talked about earlier at 71.80. 85 was the resistance level that we had talked about. We have one marked here at 82, where we hit resistance a couple of times over here in the past. I wish I would have taken that 9 pop here, but the reason why I didn't was because of the extension. But it is what it is. Like I said, I'm just been running late today on everything. I'm $200. So my current strategy in futures is actually one that I've been using now for several months, and I found it to work in most markets, including bear markets, with the one exception of choppy or range days. It's one time that it doesn't work all that effectively. And so for those days, I typically try not to trade or trade less. And so the strategy that we're using, number one, the bigger term strategy, you can see it evidenced by this whole breakout here, is this green line and this red line here. This is the 50 exponential moving average, and this red line is the 200 simple moving average. I actually learned this strategy from an institutional trader who was trading a $100 million account of other people's money, and he said it's just one of the ones that he's been using for years and continues to use it. It applies to all asset classes too, including stocks, crypto, futures, and anything else, I suppose, that you would be able to trade. Probably applies to Forex, but I have not used it on Forex. But basically, I'm looking for this green line, as you see right here, to cross above this red line, and that gives us one full breakout. Now, each of these other lines here are all additional indicators that provide additional strategy opportunities to me, as well as indication of when we're going to see failure before we see failure in the market, or when we're going to see pops before we see pops. So, like, for example, this would have been a 9 moving average pop right here, and that's somewhat of one of my consistent strategies that I take. I don't know that I would say I take it as consistently as I should or that I could. And I think I put a little too much emphasis sometimes on the golden cross, but this one determines much longer term breakouts, so I can trade for longer periods of time versus this one, which is just scalp. ES running there at ES running at 88. By the way, if you are looking to earn funding the futures market, Elite Trader Funding is doing a crazy discount right now that they're running to July 9th. So I think that's like to the end of that's till Sunday. And it is 70% off any evaluation that you see. Let me pop up the evaluations. Any evaluation that you see on Elite Trader Funding, there is a link in the description for this. The promo code is MERICA in order to make this work, MERICA. But there is also a promo code JSBEST, which normally should hook you up with the biggest discount. That is my unique promo code that ensures that the channel gets credit for the affiliate link and whatnot. But there's also the affiliate link should just work. But currently I'm working on a 50K evaluation. They have a lot of different styles here. There's the 1-steps. And this is, in my personal opinion, is the best way to trade in the futures market. The reason being is because you get to use somebody else's capital to be able to trade. You keep 90% of the trade and they keep 10%, which I think is a really fair deal considering they're giving you access up to $300,000. But they got these 1-steps, which you won't find too many places. There's the end of the day drawdowns. This is the more traditional style of a prop firm. There's the fast tracks. These are unique to Elite Trader Funding. These ones you can earn funding really quickly, but they have a time limit on them. There's the static evaluations. A lot of people really like these because they're just straight up. There's no trailing max. You just have a straight up maximum drawdown. So it's a little easy to understand. There's the diamond hands, which allows you to hold positions overnights and weekends. Nobody offers this except for Elite Trader Funding. So check these guys out. There's a link in the description if you want to try to earn funding in the futures market. I personally think that they're one of the best out there, especially for their customer service and the fact that they provide access to a Discord community, which almost nobody does in terms of the prop trading firms, that is. We have an awesome Discord community. If you're not already in it, though, there is a link in the description for that. And we have pretty active members. We're small. We're growing right now, so So the ES actually ended up finding support of about 86 was the low. So right in that area, I'm glad that this trade worked out because it didn't drop much further after that. ES sort of forming an upside down ABCD. It's starting to look more bearish. We'll see though. Might bounce here one more time and run up and test this 90 resistance again. Oil never look back. I guess it kind of looked back a little bit. 71.90 area up there. Sort of mini resistance zone. Going really slow today, even though there's been plenty of moves available. But hey, you know what? Green is good. We're up 205. Not gonna complain. What would be the point anyway? Pretty sure. Yeah, accuracy is 100% today, which is nice. I'm only taking 4 trades though. Low volume, man. It's like slow moving today. Trying to prevent myself from taking boredom trades. What up, Juan? And using a big head and shoulders. Yeah, I saw the double top on the ES. Good to see you, homie. Hey, how's the funding going? Let's zoom out on the ES. Let's take a look. TTM's on cool pretty heavily on the ES. On the 5-minute side, anyway. ES looking like a golden cross on the way on the 5-minute chart. But that's probably not for another hour. If I'm really looking at this, maybe a half hour. Where's it at now? 81.43 and 82.94. So about $1.50 apart. We'll probably need to see consolidation and then that rip. But it does look like this might rip towards the top of the hour. If it doesn't reject it, that is. What's that line in Wolf of Wall Street? Nobody knows what the stock is gonna do. Up, down, least of all stockbrokers. Nine is crossing below 12 on the 3-minute side on the ES. And you can see the 26 is essentially on approach for a downward cross as well. But all that with the cyan candle here. Big rip on the yes. Yeah, I'm in the States, Pacific Northwest area. And yeah, that's sort of the whole philosophy here, man. Like I personally believe that everybody has the opportunity to win. Um, I I come from I come from marketing and like I came from a world of sales and then a world of marketing and then a world of messaging. I used to do like speeches and stuff like that on stage and whatnot before I got heavily injured. Um, that left me blind and unable to speak for a lot of years. So in that niche, that whole area and whatnot of leadership that I grew in, uh, the whole concept really was that if you just share knowledge freely and openly, then the people who want it will take it and do something with it, and the people who don't will just keep doing whatever they're doing. You have no control over that. Instead, just share freely, share openly, and it provides the most opportunity available for people to win. I don't really believe in the idea, like if you've ever read like Blue Ocean Strategy or um, Blue Ocean Strategy really talks about the concept of um of that same sort of idea of sharing openly, sharing freely, and helping your quote unquote competitors through collaboration. And within that collaboration, it creates win-win-win situations. Um, in my time in sales, another life, like I actually would not sell people things if it wasn't a win-win-win, meaning I win, they win, the customer wins, and the company wins. Everybody needs to win, otherwise it's not worth selling. It's not worth doing, in my opinion. Keep taking hits. I'm sorry to hear that, homie. I know you'll get it, especially on a day like today. I mean, we got some opportunities here today. There's a TTM pop here. I was looking at going long off that. There's too much resistance at 90 and a quarter. I mean, look how many times it's hit this. Like, that is a lot of resistance there at that level. Granted, we do have fresh consolidation here, so there is potential to break above this, but that area is super strong. Doji at the top. So again, we may get more pullback to about probably 89, and then I think that we'll get some bounces off of this. I think that this is going to be the attempt to break through 90 and a quarter here. Nine is about 12 on 1226 cross. TTM looking good. I'm going to go long here off 89.50 if I can get an entry.
Order filled.
Enter long 3 contracts at 89.50. I'm looking for a pop up to that resistance level at 90 and a quarter. Basing this off of the 9/12/26 cross plus the TTM push. Yeah, I kind of felt weird about that one. TTM pushing down. Big sell off there. 6/6 down. May have to cut this one. I definitely have to cut this one. I'm gonna cut that.
Order filled.
That's why I don't really trade on the 1 minute chart that much. Down 145 on the day, so we're gonna have to work back from that. Ah, dude, I literally cut that at the bottom of all things. It's looking more like short now, though. See if we get this. It might have been a liquidity grab. I can't believe it filled the bottom. The name of the book, Blue Ocean Strategy. It is not a stock. It's not a trading book. It's a book more focused on entrepreneurship and and really off of like collaboration in a competitive market. 340 away. What TTM squeeze do I use for nice job on 280. The TTM squeeze I'm using on Tradeovate is I think called Tiki. Let's pull it up. Yeah, it's called Tiki Squeeze. Just a free indicator that they offer. If you go to where's the indicators? There it is. If you go here and then you can search it in this function, say Tiki. And then you got to look at it in the community section.
Order filled.
Just went short here. Before we move down to 87.50. Oh, come on. Don't you pop back up on me. Close. Like one tick away from sell. I'm just going to take that profit.
Order filled.
Micro profited yet again. Down 119 on the day. Been missing a lot of the moves today. That's actually why I cut my short right there. So I start live every day. Well, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, at 7:30 a.m. Pacific. That's 10:30 Eastern time. So 10:30 market time, 7:30 Pacific time. We do 3 days a week, and then we have Discord community as well. I think that you're right, Pawn, on that support. There it is. There's the support rip. Looks like I didn't need to cut that trade. I could have just held through, but, you know. Trying to be a good steward of risk management here. Moving long here. I'm trying to get it at 89 and a quarter.
Order
For
filled.
an exit at 90. There's a lot of like stall out. The stall is what makes me feel sketchy trading, honestly, today, like at all. I'm gonna pop through 89.50. Too much stall, man. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should have walked away with my 205 in profit. Yeah, it's starting to look weak. I'm gonna cut this.
Order filled.
Turn a winning day into a losing day. Down 318. Trailing max though is at 1476. So we'll work on that. What up, ZZ? Good to see you again, homie. By the way, if y'all chilling, hanging out, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the ring the bell. That's the word I'm looking for. Ring the bell for notifications. Where do we see our current orders on the chart? So when you're on the chart, I'll put one like way up here. When you're on the chart, you'll see right there on that right side. See, we got an order at 91.75 and a sell order at 92.50. So that's where you'll see it. Wow, Gina, I bottom sold again. Yo. Yeah, I should have walked away with my 205. I got 2 bottom orders in a row. Yeah, that ain't like me. Oil's still up there. Looks like oil made a new high. There's 72.08. Oil's up almost 3% today. Very low volume in the market, man. Like, honestly, it's making it feel really slow. Just needed to pull back or hold through this pullback here, I guess. I've been trading these like crazy markets for the last like 3 months with just insane volume. And so like trading a day where there's low volume like this just feels weird. Like it feels really slow. I used to love trading on days like this. Boom, boom, boom. So down 318. We normally have a profit target of $400. Ways off from that. Nice pop there off the 9 exponential. Prime for a breakout to the upside. It's the contract dump, dude, that I've been looking out for. I've been watching for it too, because I'm like, man, like it just feels okay. So when it's coming up and hitting that 44.90 over and over and over, like the whole morning, and then rejecting there, but not rejecting heavily, like that right there is like what makes me feel like that contract dump is inbound. Yeah, I've also seen a big influx of retail traders in the future scene myself. I've actually thought the same exact thing. It makes sense, Con, especially because, like, I think it makes sense because futures is a place where somebody can go without a lot of money and have access to being able to make thousands of dollars with very little money. Um, as opposed to stocks, you gotta have 25K just to even play properly. Um, and so I think that makes a lot of sense that a lot more retail traders are discovering futures and figuring out that, hey, you know what, I can get a prop firm account for $50 a month and get access to 50 grand. So I think it's one of those things, like, you know, it's almost like word is getting out, so to speak. He has been kind of unpredictable for me today, especially in the last like half hour. Oil kind of finds support off 75 zone. Oil is so bullish today. I'm not looking forward to gas prices then. Yes, I still drive a gas vehicle. I love gas vehicles. Mainly, I just like the freedom of it and the complete autonomy and control that I have. And I like working on them. Gonna pop up there to 85, which is our resistance zone, as well as the 200 moving average. We get a pull back to like 83. Ooh. Contract dump there. I don't know if it's it. Well, there's 119 contracts in 10 seconds, but. Waiting to see if this 9 moving average crosses above that 200 there on oil. Pull back down to 84. Man, it's like very little follow through today. Wait for the actual breakthrough. Hey, you're not wrong. Yeah, exactly. Futures is easy access to capital. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot more people are uh, kind of moving into it these days. Consolidation, position building. Yeah, no PDT rule. Also, really, really important for with the futures market. Dude, story of the last 30 days, man. Every freaking breakout is just straight up false break. Like I'm surprised they even made what I made in June. Honestly. Trust me, dude. I'm well aware about the lack of greenery in electric vehicles, so to speak. I don't want to get on this topic because for whatever reason it's a political topic. Even though it's like for me, I'm a car guy. I used to run a performance parts store. Um, so like I I'm a car guy type. Like I love all cars, but electric cars, I think, being sold as a green and sustainable option, it's just the wrong messaging and marketing. Um, they're not green. Like they're just not. Like there's a ton of like if you like the cars for what they are, that is a different story. And if you're gonna market it and message it that way, that's a different story. But don't lie to me and tell me that it's like better for the environment because it's just not like scientifically proven. It is not like eh, you have to decimate whole mountains in order to pull out lithium, and there's a lot to it that is very much not green. Um, and so I just kind of like to me, I'm just like, if you love them, great. If you don't, great. But whatever it comes down to, just don't lie to me and tell me that it's green and better for the environment because it just isn't. It takes like 7 years to break even on carbon emissions on electric cars. So it's just by that time it's usually the useful life of a vehicle anyway. Um, so we went from options to futures. Best, yeah, dude, same. Like I didn't go from options, I went from stocks, but by far best decision I made in terms of trading. I'm so grateful that I switched to futures. It is, in my opinion, it's a way better way to actually earn money with trading. Pull back down to 77 and getting a bounce off that on oil. Oil has resistance up here at 87 on the 200 moving average. And a little bit of an ascending wedge there. Oil's stalling out again. Everything keeps stalling out. Might have to end the day with a L. Happens though. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing on a trade chart. ES kind of finding some support at 86.75 on that 10-second chart, which is kind of minimal, but 20-second chart looking like downward move inbound. Same with a 1 minute. So the real cue is, are we going to get a contract dump? And if we do, will we be able to trade on trend reversal? Because right now, this area has been acting as support on the ES. Maybe we get another red to yellow, take another long, but kind of slow today, man. We do have a fair amount of viewers though, so if y'all chilling, hanging out, Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. The YouTube algorithm would appreciate it. It'll help introduce us to new people, help sort of broaden our reach. So we'd really appreciate it. You guys just smash that like button, ring the bell for notifications. Finally getting some movement. We are about 5 minutes before the top of the hour. 3 minutes. You can adjust that clock up there. I have a clock on the other side of this. That is an analog clock. It's a bit slow, like 2 minutes slow. Finally got this drop. See if we get a pop right here off of 85 area. Well, like I said, way back here is looking kind of bearish, so. I was looking at going long right here. Now I'm not sure that I want to. It just didn't even fill. Tapped it a couple of times, but didn't fill it. So we might get a rejection off the 9 moving average back down. But like I was saying, I was looking for a pullback towards the volume weighted average price. We got pretty close, 83.75. Try to grab this, but just no fill. Can't look away for a second, dude. You were not wrong. Everything dropped without. Dude, trust me, man. I was watching it too, and just kind of dropped quick. I'm slow today, though, man. I'm very slow today. Only reason I approve is diversity. We all need all types of different vehicle. That's why I like Toyota mindset. Dude, I am a huge Toyota fan, by the way. With hydro, gas, and electric, totally agree with you. Solar, the more the better. That's my opinion. Because like Porsche, for example, is creating gas from water. Like, and I'm not talking about hydroelectric, but they're creating alternative fuels. They invested hundreds of millions of dollars into creating alternative fuels that are zero emission. And so there's just so many different options. One of the things I personally love about internal combustion engines is just the capability that if one part fails, the whole car doesn't fail. So you have a lot of options in regards to, like, if an alternator goes out, you can replace just one alternator for like $100. And so there's a lot more opportunity, in my own personal opinion, to be able to edit them, modify them, etc. But I do think that we need all of the options, and I don't think that we should be shaming any particular vehicle. I just want my vehicle to be able to, like, personally, I like the autonomy and the freedom that I get from an internal combustion engine. It's not the same type of freedom that I would get from an electric vehicle, because I don't really essentially so much of it is controlled via computer, and it's just I'm gonna step off the gas, so to speak. So I don't want to end up in a political conversation at all. Okay, so we are getting a pullback all the way to the volume weighted average price. It's down here about 43.83, which is held pretty strongly today on the ES. There's a lot of contracts right there. I would call this a contract dump given the size and volatility of the moves today. Or sorry, size of the volume today. So now I'm going to look for a red yellow on the 1 minute side. Let's see if we grab that. One, 2, 3, 4. 5 minute pullback here. Let's take a look at the 5 minute chart. Five minute almost has the crossover, but also has the red on the TTM. Let's pull up the 3 minute. Three-minute looking weak too. Switching back to the 1. Finding some support around 83.50 zone. So if we get like a red to yellow, I'll go long 3 contracts looking for like 5 ticks. Trying to go long off 84.25 if we can get an entry. Damn, it's moving quick today, man. Like, it's like super slow, and then it's fast.
Order filled.
Got in at 84.75, which is way higher than I wanted to be in at, especially because we have resistance here at this 9 moving average. I'm looking for a move up to 86. I think, given my entry point, I may have to reduce that slightly. I'm going to just take the profit here at 85.50 if it'll let me out. Come on now.
Order filled.
Took a single ticker. Still down 293 on the day. Unfortunately, just didn't fill. It's all good. All right, I'm going to look for the 9 moving average to get above this 50 EMA. And so you were asking about my strategy. All these different moving averages sort of work together, but they also work independently of each other, which I think is cool, just because it gives you the... All right, breaking above the 50 moving average now. Enjoying the bid here at 85. No fill again. Need some liquidity in the market, dude.
Order filled.
In at 85. And now I'm preemptive. All right, 9 getting above the 50. That looks better for our cause. I'm looking to get out of 85.75. So 3 ticker. Rejecting on the 50 moving average at the moment. Another attempt. We need to break 85. All right, next attempt. Having trouble at 85.25. And TTM's cooling down some, so I might try to get out of 85.25. Just there's been so many attempts now. And TTM's cooling down. wow. I'm gonna throw it back at 85 and a quarter, I guess, but way more resistance here than I expected.
Order filled.
Another little micro. Story of the day, man. Where I think electric would be there is if I controlled every element of it. Like if I controlled the ability to like really just if I controlled all of it, like all of the data, if I controlled all of my data that was existing within my electric car, I'd be a little bit more open to it. My biggest hurdle in trading journey so far, over trading, and risk management has probably been the biggest one. And then also what Pon just mentioned, buying into resistance is like on days like this where it's kind of slower moving, sometimes I can buy into resistance as almost like a habit just because the range is small a lot of the time. So my biggest hurdles really has been risk management. I think that's the hardest hurdle for most people. Um, Buying into resistance on days where it's kind of slow and rangy like this, and then over trading, like you guys saw me do earlier, had 205 in profits, over traded. Now I'm working my way out of red. So that's been probably my biggest hurdle in trading. Um, Overall, I typically end up profitable, but at the same time, like there's a lot of instances where I didn't need to lose and just wanted to take a trade because it looked like something was setting up, and I've been sitting for 20-30 minutes without trading anything, and so also boredom trades can get me too. So those have been kind of my biggest hurdles. Oil near its highs again at 72. Oil bounced nicely up the 50 moving average. Actually just made a new high there at 72.12. Oil's not moving enough though. Like it's definitely putting in moves, but I feel like I just need to sit here and watch oil for what feels like a very long time. Little bear flag there on the ES. What's the NQ doing these days? Ooh, NQ looks like it's about to dump. NQ's below the volume weighted average price, about to get a golden cross on the downside, or death cross as they call it. So over dramatic. But NQ looks reasonable for a short, in my humble opinion. I don't trade the NQ enough. Earlier. NQ has some volume though. Like, at least it's moving decently. They get a big fat contract dump right there though. Might short the NQ here for like a single contract.
Order filled.
All right, we grabbed that. That was like a quick $30. I'm trading small on the NQ just as like this one can go get gnarly really fast. Down 257 on the day. See what I'm saying? NQ can get super gnarly, super fast. NQ dropping like a stone. NQ going crazy, man. Risk management, over trading, buying into resistance. Not respecting stops. That was a big problem that I had for a long time. I actually stopped using stops altogether. I rarely ever use stops anymore. And my trading has been far more profitable as a result of not using stops. And that has a lot to do with when I would use stops, all this liquidity would often come in, stop me out, and then my trade idea would work out. And that probably happened like 75% of the time that I had stops on. And so I just stopped using them because it was like, and my accuracy went way up. But you have to hold through pullbacks. So pros and cons to everything. NQ popping back up. NQ's got a lot of volatility today. Like, take a look at it. There's plenty of volume here. It's kind of dicey, but looks like the money's in NQ today. Going up and tapping the volume weighted average price on the NQ. TTM's at 2.5 on the 1 minute side. Also a 1 minute downward cross. If we get a cyan switch on the NQ though, man, that could look really solid. NQ going, getting hyphy, man. I was about to grab this and just looking to take a bigger position. And it just ripped. NQ looks like heavy movement today. We get a pullback for like candle here. You pull back to like 15,360 or something. It'd be kind of ideal. NQ got the TTM though, and the 912 cross. NQ looking gnarly. About to pop into the green territory too. Let's zoom out a little bit. Make sure I'm not buying into resistance or something. NQ resistance at like 70. Yeah, NQ's looking strong. Curious, what does that NQ look like on a 20-second chart? Oh, dude, you can actually see the crossover looks like it's inbound. So I'll be looking for a drop here on the NQ and then a pop. Wow. So we're at the view app. 9 is above the 200 moving average. I'm gonna go long here.
Order filled.
A little late on the long. Trying to get out of 71.50. In just a single contract.
Order filled.
All right, got that on the NQ. Down 236 on the day. Big drop there, big rip up. It's been a hot minute. Is the NQ $5 a tick or $10 a tick? I think it's 5. Yeah, I should have traded it harder too. Contract grab or last short attempt. Phone is dead. $5. Okay. Big contract dump on the NQ. Pulling back pretty heavily. We're down to about 250. Trailing max is at 1568, so we're good there. Big drop on the NQ down to the 1560 range, 15360. Massive drop there. Wow. Quite the sell-off in the NQ. Sold off right at our resistance level that we had put in. And we're going to bounce off the view app. So this sold off, pulled back to the view app, and now it's kind of bouncing a little bit off of it. So if we get that 5200 cross on the 20-second chart on the NQ, I'll probably go long on this. We are below the view app slightly, but not much. Only about $5. which on the NQ can move very fast. NQ moving quick today. Down here in the 350s, it's looking like this bullish attempt might fail. Yes, looks like it's failing. There's a yes at. And yes, looking like it's about to dump. Might have like a 9:30 contract dump here. Probably gonna shut it down here in a little bit. Maybe another 10 minutes or so. Something like that. Then I'll jump over in the Discord community. Which, if you guys are not a part of the Discord community, there is a link in the description. It's free to join. Join up. We'd love to hear from you. Say what up. We have a pretty active group in there, or at least it's becoming more and more active over time. NQ looking like it's inbound for another pop-up. There's a pretty big sell-off though, so it might be scaring people a little bit.
Order filled. Order
long
filled.
Here on the VWAP on the NQ.
Order filled.
So that was a 2 contract 7 ticker. Down 175 on the day now, but did make some money back. NQ looking nice. That last trade was worth $70. I used to trade this like exclusively. Now I'm like, man, I haven't traded this in so long. NQ looking hot. The cyan switch on the 20-second chart. 9 is above 12, getting above the 200 moving average as well. Golden cross inbound. Damn. Intended to go long there, and I hesitated. I forgot how much fun the NQ is to trade. So we're back up here at this resistance area on the NQ. Right here at 72. which is right about where we're at. Although it looks like this one could break. I would love a pullback to about 68, and then a bounce off that. That way we're not so like ascended on this wedge here. And also so that we can get a little better entry, especially with this crossover potentially inbound. Starting to get brain fade, so I'm probably gonna have to shut it down.
Order filled.
I filled, but kind of up at the top a little bit. A little too high on that one. Just gonna try and get out with a micro
Order
profit,
filled.
which we did. Down 172 on the day. Ah, I got out too early. NQ looking hot today. You needed to drop a lot? Which one, the NQ or the ES? NQ pulled back to 70 and popped off that. Ascending wedge there. Is this an ABCD? It is. There's the A, the B, C, and the D. Another rip on the NQ. Popped up to 75. 75.50 area. Yes, going sideways now. Oh, right when I say that, it rips. I don't know if I'd call it a rip, but a little pop. Probably getting close to being done here. Yeah, I think I'm kind of at decision fatigue. I don't want to keep going. Loss of 175 today. Small loss. No big deal. Our profit target is usually about $400 a day. We usually do pull in about 1,200 a week or so. So fair numbers. I want to see them higher. I'm trying to get to like 10K a month. But we'll get there. Anyway, y'all, I will see you guys on Monday. But right now, I'm gonna see you in the Discord community. And also, y'all, if you want to take advantage of that deal that Elite Trader Funding is offering, 70% off right now for life. And that goes till Sunday. There's a link in the description for that. Promo code is JSBest. But if that doesn't work for any reason, there's also another promo code, and you can ask for it in the Discord community. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna jump into the Discord community now, and I will see you guys in there, and we'll see you on Monday. Peace. Hope you guys have an amazing week. By the way, thanks for all the people out here today. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell for noties. Peace out, y'all.